Welcome back. In his Sona address last month, President Jacob Zuma spoke at length about his government's infrastructure development plan and the jobs that will be created by implementing this plan. But in a question to Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe, Ms. Winnie Ngwenya, of an ANC member from Gauteng, wanted to know which departments had delayed construction projects. She also asked what measures had been put in place to deal with these delays. In his reply, the Deputy President said South Africa had not made much progress in the integration and coordination of infrastructure projects. There were success stories like the infrastructure programs ahead of the 2010 World Cup, but many smaller projects had suffered long delays. It was often as a result of the complexities of coordination and compliance with relevant regulations.
To address these legal and regulatory hurdles and other important infrastructure issues, the Presidential Infrastructure Coordinating Commission was established in September 2011, headed by the President, bringing key ministers, premiers, and mayors into a forum that focuses on infrastructure coordination, making infrastructure decisions, and scrutinizing delivery progress. The work of the Presidential Infrastructure Coordinating Commission thus far has concentrated on plans for future projects and infrastructure initiatives from a large number of authorities such as state-owned enterprises, national, provincial, and local government departments. These have been clustered, sequenced, and prioritized into strategic integrated projects that together unlock the economic development of South Africa and maximize the returns on our infrastructure investment.
The Deputy President said there were literally thousands of projects being developed at any particular time by state entities or by the national, provincial, and local spheres of government. Each had its own system to manage projects with no mechanism to monitor these projects on a central level. This is now being addressed.
There is no common or central information system or database that regularly and comprehensively captures the changing status and progress of each of the infrastructure projects across the country. The idea of such a central system has been mooted, and Cabinet took a decision to institute a comprehensive project register which will collect and update project information on a quarterly basis. This new tool that is being developed will be able to tell us the status of each infrastructure project under construction. It is envisaged that this information will be available to Parliament and the public. The Minister of Finance in the budget speech also announced steps in this regard. In particular, that special attention will be given to the procurement processes for infrastructure, technical assistance through the Infrastructure Delivery Improvement Program, adherence to the adherence to the Construction Industry Development Board, standards on infrastructure delivery management, and the establishment of a municipal infrastructure agency. Beyond the Construction Industry Development Board project register and National Treasury infrastructure expenditure monitoring, which will scrutinize projects, special focus will be placed on the progress of the strategic integrated projects by the Presidential Infrastructure Coordinating Commission.
Responding to a follow-up question by Ms. Ngwenya, Mr. Motlanthe said the Infrastructure Coordinating Commission will be in a position to detect areas where cost of building projects had increased dramatically over time. Ms. Julie Killian of the Congress of the People had another follow-up question. She welcomed the establishment of an Infrastructure Coordinating Commission, but said there were still some serious problems in getting projects off the ground.
The first matter is practically, if we look at under expenditure that were highlighted by the Auditor General in key departments that are also going to fulfill very important roles within this infrastructure rollout. There was under expenditure and clearly lack of capacity. And just to mention one of the departments, yesterday there was a presentation made and Minister Sbu Ndebele acknowledged that government had to learn very harsh lessons in the Gauteng freeway toll project. How do you foresee that we will avert similar issues in future, the practical rollout, and are we not creating too many additional coordinating committees? To mention one, the monitoring task team on the turnaround of the SABC has been operational for 20 months, and we have not really seen significant progress on government guarantees. Are we not going to again run into problems with financial accounting through these projects?
The approach here really is informed by the understanding that this coordinating commission will draw on the most experienced talents that presently reside in institutions such as the Development Bank of South Africa, as well as the various departments, to pull together the best team, the A team, if you like, including from the private sector in the implementation, to ensure that we get value for money in the layout of this very important infrastructure. And it's not, you see, I would have had some reservations if all we were doing was to announce these infrastructure projects and leave them to the departments to implement. But basically the President has made it clear that we've got to have this coordinating commission, which also brings people from Treasury who would be paying particular attention on where the money goes to, whether we're getting value for money is.
There were more follow-up questions on delays with the development of infrastructure programs and the coordinating commission that has now been established. We look at those questions and answers after the break. Stay with us.